friends, welcome to Malaology. I am Teresa, Doctor of Metaphysics, Malaologist, and your soul sister. I want to talk today to the uncoupled, to the people who are lonely, who are dealing with a really soul deep sense of isolation, not just the physical isolation that we're all kind of dealing with right now during the pandemic, but those of us who are truly feeling empty inside. Okay, so what can Mala mantra gemstones do to help us, and how can we use Mala magic to make a better life? First, let's talk about where we're at here. So you could call this place where we're lonely, we're wanting more community, more partnership, more friendship, love. Okay, so even me, I'm very, very happily married, and I have a son who fills my heart, right? And yet for years I have been isolated in a way that's much, much deeper than just the pandemic has brought us to. I've just lacked community and friendship and love outside of my immediate family, outside of my nuclear family for many years. And I guess that's why I want to talk about it today, because I am healing that, and I know how to heal it, and I've done it before, and I want to share with you the process because it's much simpler than it seems. Timing is divine, timing is everything. So it could take years. It's taken years for me, but I have a purpose in it, and so do you. There's a reason for everything. And so, let's just talk about first how we got here in what I call the waiting place. Because when you're lonely or you're waiting for friends or lovers or partners or community to show up in your life, it's usually because you were programmed as a child to believe that you're not worthy of love, or that you're not capable of being loved, loving, lovable, or that love just isn't there for you. And that's the big lie. That's the big lie. And so our whole intention right now is to reprogram our minds and just to overwrite that bad script. And where did it come from? It came from sometimes parents that meant really well, right? Some parents that meant really well, that had really faulty beliefs, which, we all do at one time or another. They will share their faulty beliefs with you as a child, and you will grow up believing these things. Other parents were verbally abusive or neglectful. And they do these things on purpose. They want to hurt you, right? I'm sorry to say that. That was my experience. So it is what it is, but it doesn't have to be parents either. It can just be the people that you grew up around, people in school who weren't accepting of you and excluded you from their groups. Eventually you start believing that I don't belong. And that is where you lose yourself. And so this is the magic of Mala. All right, we're going to re-find ourselves, rediscover ourselves, and reconfigure ourselves into something that is ready and capable and worthy and shining for love, with love, of love. All right, and so I just want to back up a minute, because I said a sense of belonging. So there are two sides of this coin, and it's not the same thing. Being accepted or being acceptable and belonging. So being accepted is what most people do, and most people fill their lives with groups and support systems and family and friends and loved ones who accept them. So in order to be acceptable, you can't be your authentic self, usually. To be acceptable, you need to dress a certain way to fit in. You need to act a certain way to fit in. We're talking about fitting in, basically. Fitting in and being part of a group where, people like to be around you. They feel that you complement their social structure, that you have something to offer them, just that you reflect who they are back to them, or who they think they are back to them, right? And you fit in like a piece of a puzzle because you are, you know, giving in a certain way, or you compliment people in a certain way, or you support them in a certain way. This will cause people to respond positively to you usually, and make space for you in their little social structures. But belonging is very different. It's not the same thing as fitting in. Belonging is being your authentic self, truly being your authentic self, who you are, who you came here to be. And usually that self is lost very early on in life. It's buried and takes a lot of shadow work to uncover and recover your authentic self. And I'll do videos on shadow work soon, because that is a big deal. It's a big part of this process too. But right now we're talking about mala magic. We're going to do magic to make space and flow in our lives for love. So you do belong. You do belong. You may not fit in, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to reprogram the bad script that we were given that told us we don't belong here. We don't have a place here because we don't fit in with other people. And that's a lie. You belong here because you are here. You're a creature of God, a creation of source, universe, all that good stuff, right? It's who you are. So the nature of source, the nature of creation is love. It's love. Connection, union, all is one. That is love. All is connected. That is love. That is what love is connection, right? It's union. So, of course, in our consciousness, we would desire to be connected and to have union with others. We don't know where that desire comes from. Sometimes we totally mistake it, and it becomes something we don't understand, and therefore twisted. It becomes an addiction to a person, or an addiction to being around people, or an addiction to being admired or loved, or whatever. That's just one of many, many possibilities. But what we want to do is get to the core vibration of what love is, and build that up in our own vibration, and that will naturally restructure our life so that love is an active participant in it, and we will have a flow in and a flow out of love, and the waters, the universal waters of love will just flow and flow through our lives. And that's what we're looking for vibrationally. So you want to, think about your heart chakra, and think about, first of all, your physical heart space, right? Your physical heart space. We're going to work with all of the tools of the magician. So the magician, think about the tarot, has 4 suits. The tarot has 4 suits. It has pentacles, cups, swords, and wands. Wands is spirit. It is fire and passion and inspiration. That's your connection to source. And it's your faith. Just think of wands as faith. And interestingly, wands is a magic wand. So faith is actually the magic. I'm not a religious person, but I'm always talking about the words of Jesus. There's a lot of wisdom there. One of the best magicians that ever lived was Jesus. And he said, if you have faith of mustard seed, you'll move mountains, right? You'll do what I do and more. So that is faith being magic, right? So think of wands, or your passion, your fire, as your magic. And then there's pentacles, which is your physical body, physical manifestation. It's your hands, Pentacles has a pentacle has 5 points, right? So think of your hands as doing things, as making things come to life, manifestation. Cups is the grail. It's your heart. It's your emotional body. And swords, think of swords and words. Words and swords. It's communication. It's intellect. It's data. It's wisdom. So swords is your mind. It's your mental powers. So right now we're going to start with our grail, our heart, our cups energy. So you want to keep your heart open in practice, in general, in life, but definitely when you're doing this magic, keep your heart open. And I just want to point out something. I don't know if you can see this, but I have a scar right here. This, I don't know if you can see my scar. I had skin cancer a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was basal cell. I guess it was not benign, or it was benign. Anyways, it wasn't the super dangerous kind. The doctor cut it out, and I know that what happened there was an old karmic wound was removed from me forever. I no longer have to carry it from lifetime to lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, that was a huge deal for me. Whenever you experience anything in the physical body, this is all of your bodies lining up to agree to make a change. So if you have pain in your back, right, this is your energetic bodies lining up to agree that there is something behind you that you need to let go. Or if your feet, there's something beneath you, you're over it, that you need to let go, right? So I just wanted to digress there for a minute to explain that your physical body, your pentacles, your manifestation energy is a very active part of this. And that's why Mala Mantra, that's one of the keys to Mala Mantra, and why I find working with Mala so empowering. So the gemstones I work with for love energy, garnet, this is ebony, wood, and garnet, but garnet is a big one. It's like a really big one, and it's the only one that I work with that doesn't resonate with the heart chakra. Garnet resonates with the root chakra, but the root chakra is a huge part of the flow, of allowing the flow of love in and out. So the root chakra's colors are brown and black, right, and red. So in general, so it's really powerful then to have a heart chakra gemstone with black inclusions or brown inclusions, because that connects the heart chakra and the root chakra. And I'm all about connecting those chakras. In fact, if you can connect your heart chakra to your crown chakra, you have another really, really empowering one. Like this. This is tree agate. Moss agate is similar. The difference between tree agate and moss agate, which is in this one, tree agate, which is in this one. This one also has lepidolite. So just another great crown chakra stone that resonates with the heart. So lepidolite does that. Tree agate and moss agate has white or clear inclusions with the green. So the heart chakra's colors are green or pink, and the crown chakra is clear or white. So the tree agate will have the white and green, and the moss agate will have the clear and green. Just a beautiful way to connect your heart with divine inspiration, divine source, divine communication, so that you're bringing light into your heart chakra. You're bringing revelation into your communion with your unions. It's great. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So you know what? I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the rest of these stones, because this is the most powerful heart chakra stone You probably know this. This is rose quartz. This particular bracelet has a skull, a rose quartz skull, because this bracelet is made for the transmutation that we're about to do. And this one is Kambaba jasper. Again, green with black inclusions. Malachite also would have green with black inclusions. Two really, really powerful heart chakra stones. When you connect your heart with your root chakra, you are connecting. When you connect it with your crown chakra, you're connecting your heart with divine source. When you're connecting it with your root chakra, you're connecting it with Mother Earth and with your belonging here. Powerful. All right. So with Mala Mantra, I have a pocket mala here. This will ensure that I do 27 repetitions, but you can also do it with a bracelet. This bracelet has 19 beads, but what I would do is I would count backwards 8 so that the 19 plus the 8 equals 27. So I would go the 8 first. I would cross over the tassel. This doesn't have a guru bead, so you don't have to worry about crossing it. And then go around one more to the tassel a second time. Then you know you've gotten 27 mantras. That's a great way to do it. So if you have a bracelet that does not have 27 beads, no problem. You can still do 27 repetitions. The magic of 27 is 9 is a trinity of trinities. So 27 is a trinity of trinities. It's 3 to the 3rd power. When you use your words, when you give voice or breath to something, think about this. Again, not a religious person, don't necessarily believe the Bible, all right? But there is mysticism hidden in the words. There are mysteries there, and they remain true today as they did thousands of years ago when they were nothing but an oral tradition. So, what was I talking about? Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, the word of God. The creative force of manifest reality is a word. And you are here to manifest the universe through your own intentions. That's what you came to do. You didn't come to experience the universe. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all the tools of manifestation. You're here to manifest. So if you have a life where you desire something, first of all, you desire it for a reason. You're meant to have it. Like I said, the universe, the nature of the universe is love, union. So that is what you came to experience, right? But we all have healing to do before we can experience certain things. And that's the beauty of it. That's the adventure. And that is that's the higher resonance of what you came to do, right? So while you have an impulse to love and be loved, the higher arcana of that, the higher vibration of that is you won't get that until you heal karmic debts, karmic wounds, things written into your DNA from many, many, many generations past. So you need to rewrite those scripts, recreate the self in a higher image, thereby healing the past, the present, and the future. That's just a beautiful thing, and that's what I want to talk to you about. So we're incorporating all of our bodies, our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our fire body. So when we do mantra, we feel it from the heart. We feel it. We have faith. So we're bold. We're bold and loud, even if we're not speaking our mantra out loud, even if we're just whispering it or thinking it or hearing it, right? Or shouting it, yelling it, saying it, whatever it is, singing it. This is coming from a place of, I know this is a thing. This is for me. I claim this. All right. Number 1, this is yours. Own this. Number 2, you need to feel this. You got to feel it deep. Feel the love that you desire, feel the companionship you desire. If you want a lover, feel the warmth of that soul and that soul deep union, the gratitude that you would feel, the relief that you would feel, laughter, knowing, oh my God, it was this easy all along. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Just everything. Feel that. Let it bring tears to your eyes, tears of joy, tears of gratitude. Swim in that emotion. That emotion is the powerhouse of your creative ability. The heart chakra and the power that it generates is the sun of the solar system of your chakras. That is the most powerful tool that you have. So let this be, feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled is something that I heard from Wayne Dyer. He was talking about Neville, this old writer who was just, he wrote some really, really good books. I highly recommend Neville. That's the only word that's I believe that's his first name. It might be his last name, but it's what he went by, Neville, Neville. So feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let it fill you. All right. And so think it, visualize this, visualize it. Don't try to figure out how you're going to make this happen, because you're not going to make this happen. The universe works for you because you are source energy. Okay. The universe works for you. Now, it's not subservient to you. It literally works for you. So let it do its job, but do your job. Envision what you want. Feel what you want. Play out the scene in your mind, right? Just think about what you're going to say when you get it. Walking along the beach with a lover, you know what I mean? Clinking wine glasses at sunset, whatever. Just being hand in hand with somebody as you walk down the street, whatever it is that will fill that space in you. Live it in your mind. Let your mental body do its thing. And in your physical body, open up your heart space and count your beats. You're tactily touching something and moving your body as the other bodies are corresponding. Okay? So you've got your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your fire body all engaged together. When that happens, magic is inevitable. If you have ever seen tarot cards, or if you read tarot cards like I do, look at the magician card. The magician has all of these tools on his table, right? He's got all of them: the wands, the coin, the cup, and the sword. The fool has all of the tools in his bag. He's got the wand holding the sack at the end, and in the sack is a knife for hunting, a cup for eating with, and a coin for trading with. So the fool is the beginning of your life. You leaving source consciousness and coming into a physical creation. That is fool energy, starting a new life. And we go through a new start all the time. We harness fool energy when we start a new job, when we start a new business, when we start a new relationship or lifestyle, or we move somewhere, right? So it's not like just being born as fool. No, this is change. And that's what we're undergoing right now while we do our mala mantra, while we do our mala magic to bring love into our life. We're changing. And I want to say one more thing about change. If you feel isolated, you very well could be in this really critical place in the chrysalis of a caterpillar going into a butterfly. So the caterpillar is born, and its sole intention is to eat as much as it can, to cross the field, to climb the tree, and eat its way until it matures. Once it matures, it hangs from the tree of life, really. All right, so it hangs from the tree, and it wraps itself in the silky cocoon, and it becomes a chrysalis. And inside of that chrysalis, The caterpillar liquefies. It literally dissolves. It digests itself with enzymes that it creates. So it becomes an actual ooze inside of the cocoon. If you cut it open at the right moment, it'll just ooze out. Inside of that ooze are certain cells called literally imaginal cells or imaginal discs. And imaginal means existing only within the imagination. So there is a scientific term, obviously, which is why these cells are called imaginal discs. Regardless, these things exist only in the realm of imagination. So the caterpillar cells imagines its butterfly self, and these imaginal cells get all of the ooze to agree with them, become other imaginal cells that match them, and form a butterfly that then must fight its way out of the cocoon, which is very hard to do. It fights and fights and fights its way to get out of the cocoon. And it has to fight its way. If you cut the cocoon open and let the butterfly out, it wouldn't have built up enough strength to fly. The only way it builds the strength and the capability it requires to fly is fighting its way out of the cocoon. So we're in a cocoon. Now, I'm not saying, and this is a place of transformation. This is a place of metamorphosis, transmuting energy or transforming self. You can't necessarily do this in relationship. It's rare that you can do this in relationship. Usually you need to do this by yourself. If you are in a relationship and you are doing this doing a transformation of yourself, your partner better be doing it too, or you won't be in a relationship for long. So that is the truth. So there are many of us here now who are isolated and alone because we're in a cocoon of transformation. Now, not everybody who's lonely is in the cocoon, but everybody who's in the cocoon is lonely. I was going to correct myself and say no isolated, no lonely. It's a lonely place to be there, and that's okay. There's a time and a place for everything, and this is a time and a place for being lonely, because you're rewriting your script to the point where you're rewriting relationship, who you are in relationship, right? Too. Like that's a big part of it. Yeah. We want to be successful. We want to be, we want to be strong and beautiful and capable and successful and all that other stuff, but we also want to be loved. And so it's a part of what we're transforming inside of ourselves as we're in these cocoons. And this happens to us at least twice in a lifetime when you have to go through a transformation, sometimes more, which is horrible. Just saying, for me, it's been horrible. But that's okay though, because it wouldn't be, we came to live what we came to live. And it's all so beautiful. All right. So the magic of Mala in this is you speak your mantra with all of your bodies lined up in agreement with fire, with faith, knowing you're worthy of this, knowing this is yours. And then when you're done with your mantras, finish with, so be it, or so it is, or let it be written, let it be done, whatever. So mote it be. However you're stating, this is a surety. No, this is a surety. And I say do it every day until everything that you want manifest is manifest. All right. So the mantra, well, I have a few different mantras for this. One really, really powerful one is merely love. You want to fill your vibration with love. You want to bring the flow of love through your life. It really sings in the heart center, in the heart space, right? If you're doing a simple one like love, I suggest you do 108 mantras because it goes fast. And so if you have a pocket mala and you want to do 108, then you would be turning your mala 4 times. And I know I've shown you how to turn your mala before, but basically you don't want to cross over the guru. When you start at the guru and you work your way around, when you get to the other side, when you get to the guru here, you want to flip it over just by going like that, putting your thumb through it, putting your fingers through it, your thumb's on the outside, and go back around this way. So we'll do it one more time. We get to the end, we flip it so the thumb, see here the fingers are in it, here the thumb is in it, and then put the fingers in there one more time, and then go like that with your thumb. All right. It doesn't have to be fancy like that either. You can flip it like any way that works for you, right? It's just easy to flow that way. So let's do 27 together. All right. Oh, I'll tell you a couple more too that are really, really good. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I am loved, loving, and lovable. This, you know what? This is a really important one. Let's just do this one because this is rewriting a lot of the BS that we were fed growing up. We were either told that we weren't loved, that we weren't lovable, and we started to believe that we weren't loving. You know what I mean? We started acting in ways that was not true to ourselves. And that's what cut love off, the energy of love off a lot of times, right? So rethinking that whole energy of how love interplays with you will help you to understand and to acknowledge and to integrate the truth that you belong, that you belong. You don't need to give to be accepted in a group. You don't need to be beautiful to be accepted in a group. You don't need to be entertaining to attract someone to love you. You don't need to be successful and rich to be desirable to someone else. You belong. And who you truly are, who you uniquely are, is so much more than just successful, than just beautiful, than just entertaining or generous. You're so much more than that. You know, you're all that and more. All right. And gratitude. The gratitude one is just the most powerful thing I've ever experienced. I highly recommend Hicks Abraham, Esther Hicks, Channeling Abraham. That's where I learned it. And man, let me tell you, I have a gratitude video on my channel. Please look at it if you're interested in more information on that. But by counting your blessings, by counting the things that you're grateful for every day, your life will transform in every way. So you will bring love in naturally because everything will right itself. So that's huge, right? But let's do I am loved, loving, and lovable, because right now I'm really, really focused on rewriting the bad script. It's just imperative. This is the time for us to do this, astrologically and energetically as a planet. So let's do that now, okay? So I am loved, loving, and lovable. 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 Forgive me if I didn't do exactly 27. I often get, 25, 26, because I am not perfect. But I am loved, loving, and lovable. And so are you. So are you. So let's remember, this is true. This is true. So mote it be. Okay. Another thing I do when I do my mantras, I hear a chorus around me. It's not just my voice. The universe is agreeing with me. So choirs of angels are saying it with me. Animal spirits are saying it with me. My dragons, my guides, my gods, my guards, they're all saying it with me. So I can hear, and it just takes a little practice. You can hear the deep, booming, ringing voices of angels. You can hear the whispers of ancestral gods. They're agreeing with you. And if you can kind of channel, conjure that energy around you and pull in that kind of that earth song to your mantra, that would really give it some extra oomph. Now, about the gratitude mantra, I'm just going to say really fast, it's just, I am grateful for, or thank you for. Thank you for my safe home. Thank you that I live in a time when I am free. Thank you for the internet. Thank you that I was fed today. Thank you that my son is healthy. Thank you that I have people to share my thoughts and ideas with. Thank you that I have hopes for tomorrow. Thank you that I've learned so many lessons in life, and I have so many yet to learn. Thank you that I have so many resources to help me grow and learn and become more. Thank you for my energetic body, for the magic that I can conjure in my life, right? Just, you can pull anything out. Thank you that I have fresh water to drink. Thank you that I'm able to walk around or move. Thank you that I have eyes to see. So many people don't, So just count as many blessings as you can find, as many as you can reach for. This will empower you in ways that I cannot describe, but I can tell you this. Your life will change when you start counting your blessings, because you start to create an energy around you of blessings. You attract blessings. The law of attraction is inevitable. Okay, so if you fill your mind for just a few minutes a day, counting your blessing, you will be showered with gifts and love and everything else that makes your life worthwhile, makes your life special and impactful and meaningful, right? So that's all I wanted to say today. My heart is strong for the people who, like me, feel lonely and alone, don't feel like they're loved and appreciated as much as they could be. So my heart is feeling for you. But I know there are a lot of lessons in this, and there's a lot of meaning behind it. And the act of healing the thing that causes that block is the whole purpose of it, the whole purpose of the exercise, right? It's not gaining the love that's the purpose of the exercise, because you're already loved. You just don't know it, or you don't feel it, right? The purpose of the exercise is to heal the thing that keeps you from recognizing that you're loved. And in that healing, to become a more masterful and meaningful magician in your life, a greater manifester. So it's beautiful to see you. Thank you for joining me. I love you.